So you could have two, three persons have the same event, experience the same event, but their level of trauma is different.
Different, yes. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome once again to Vent Room, where we give voice and meaning to emotions people do not know they are carrying. And I remain your host, Omoike Tamara. And with me is
Coach Moses, good job, guys. How are you
Good-
doing today, Tamara?
very well. I hope you're good.
Of course,
Okay.
definitely
It's
blessed.
so nice to have you here with us.
Me too.
Okay. So today we'll be sharing a very simple story.
Okay.
It's a story of a young lady. Well, I'll read it to you so you understand.
Okay.
Um, so I the, the topic of the story, or how should I put it now? I just phrased it as when someone else's trauma becomes your burden.
Deep.
Yes, someone else's trauma becomes your
The
burden.
burden.
So let me just read the story.
All right.
Hi, my name is Amaka. I have a brother,
Okay.
Tom. He's 24. But sometimes if I feel like he carries a weight far too heavy for someone his age. Something bad happened to him years ago. I don't know what it is, but he refuses to talk about it. It's as if he locked the past in a dark room and won't let anyone near it. But the consequences, I see them every day.
Hmm.
His thinking has changed, his behavior too, and sometimes it affects me more than I want to admit. For example, when I told him a girl at university insulted me, I expected comfort. Instead, Tom shrugged and said, "Life is cruel. If someone hurts you physically or emotionally, just accept it. Trying to change things only makes it worse." Another time, when I complained that my boss was unfair, he told me, "Don't fight back. People are like that. If you defend yourself, you'll only get into trouble." He talks like the world is a trap and the safest thing is to stay silent. And that scares me because I see how deeply fear has settled in him and how easily it spills over to me. It spills over onto me. I've tried encouraging him to see a psychologist or even a priest, but he refuses. He says he's afraid that talking will bring everything back. So here I am, torn between wanting to help him and feeling like I'm drowning in his darkness. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
I don't know how to reach. I don't know how to help without losing myself. What would you do in my place? This is so sad. Amaka, if you are hearing this, this is me giving you a virtual hug.
I'm hugging you too.
Because it's so sad. I know what it's like. No, I've not experienced it, but I understand
Mm.
what it's like when you love somebody
Yes.
and you see that person drowning in darkness. You're stretching your arms out to reach, and the person is not, it's not grabbing
He's
your
not grabbing
arm.
your arms.
It can be very, very painful. It's really painful. It's sad. So that trauma he's carrying has become her body. She's carrying. It's like she's carrying her brother and the trauma together.
True.
What insights do you have for us concerning that?
First, let's talk about the trauma that Tom is experiencing.
Okay.
So my first insight is trauma will always shape your worldview. And from what you shared with us, Tom already has a different view of life, right?
Yes.
Based on the trauma that he
He has
experienced.
experienced. Yes.
Now, trauma, the three E's of trauma. We have the event,
Mm-hmm.
you have the experience,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the effect. The event,
Experience
the
and effect.
experience, and the event, the
Effect.
effect. So, for trauma to be established, for you to be moved or controlled or be under the influence of trauma, you must first have an event.
Something has to happen.
Something has to happen that affects you psychologically. An event that is psychologically harmful to the human self, right?
Yeah.
And then when you have that, that event gives you an experience internally, right? Now, in this place of experience, it's based on your experience becomes what meaning are you assigning to that event? What perception are you giving to this event? Correct? So you could have two, three persons have the same event, experience the same event, but their level of trauma is different.
Different, yes.
Are you getting
People
me?
respond to trauma
Differently, and that's because they're actually different types of trauma.
Mm.
Correct. So the meaning you give, the perception that you draw out from the event is what determines the type of trauma that you have. So in this case, what is the interpretation or the meaning that Tom gave to the event he had? That's what we want to find out here. So Amaka, what you want to help your brother discover is what meaning did he give to the event he had? That is actually the core of the trauma. And then secondly, in that experience too, I've also come to discover that your level of attachment to the meaning that you are giving to that experience, to that event, to that interpretation, to that experience in your mind is what will determine your level of trauma. How much that trauma will eat deep,
Of how much it causes a shift, of
shift
how much
shift it will have in your
it will
life.
cause, yes.
And this brings me to the third part, which is the effect, which is the third E now. The long lasting effect it will cause you that will change your perception of life, the way you view things in relationship, in business, right?
Yeah.
So this is what trauma does. It controls, because in trauma, when you're making that interpretation, it changes your belief, and then your belief creates your thoughts. Your thoughts creates the way you feel. Your feeling then creates and controls the way you behave and the way you speak. You get what I'm saying? So in those cases where she was complaining to Tom, see what my boss said, blah blah blah. See the response he gave. That is trauma in action. He's just under the influence of the trauma within self. And by the way, we humans, we are vessels. Everything that we do are influenced by the energy within, the spiritual force that controls us. What do you think?
This one is very strong.
It's strong.
Yes. It's very strong.
Okay.
Because two things are coming to play.
All right. Share with me.
The trauma that Tom is carrying,
Yes.
and then the love Amaka has for Tom,
Okay.
that is making her feel like is now trauma by association.
Oh, oh, oh.
You get
Low
it?
key, you've given me another insight.
That's the way I'm seeing it.
Trauma by
As-
association.
So that bond is creating like a bridge for that trauma to pass through.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, you understand. So it's that when he projects his fears, projects his drama, his pain, his fears onto her. We all know that those fears, the core, the root of it is trauma.
Yes.
And then that fear sits with her. And it also starts to affect her own thinking.
Yes.
And then she knows at some point then there's this conflict inside her. But I don't see it like this now.
Yes.
I don't see it like this now. Then she doesn't know if she should go the way of her brother, obey her brother, or remain herself.
Yes.
So
This is an insight. This is the second insight. In fact, this is the second insight I have, which is trauma, secondary trauma, which is trauma is contagious. Trauma is contagious and it can be secondary in the sense that if it didn't originate from you and you're beginning to experience the same feeling as someone else or have the same belief that they have, it becomes secondary in you.
mm-hmm.
And trust me, the same effect it has in them, it can
It will
have
have
in
on you
you.
too, yes.
There's something we are taught in physics about energy, that energy is transformed from one form to another, right?
Yeah.
Another thing about energy is that it can be transferred from one point
To
to
another
another point. And what we feel, spiritual energy, I've made mention of this, our emotions are spiritual. And
energy.
their spiritual energy, they can move from one point to another. So, Amaka, if your brother is feeling traumatized, if Amaka brother is feeling traumatized, and she keeps trying to carry that trauma to extend help and identify in the name of love, right, for my brother. Sooner or later, she begins to see the world
In the
in the
same,
same way.
yes.
You understand? She also begins to feel the same feeling. And you know the funny thing? The brain, whatever you focus on is what you live.
Yes.
If you tell your brain does not know the difference between lie and truth. Your brain only knows what you train it to do and what to focus on.
Yes.
If you go outside there now and say, I want to see only red cars, if you stay there long enough and you keep moving around, red cars is what you keep
You
seeing.
keep seeing every record.
So if the trauma moves to you and you begin to stay with this belief that your
For
brother is having, and then your brain begins to focus on all of this negative energy, sooner or later you will also begin to see reasons why your brother is
is
right.
right. Aye.
You will spot all the negative things, and before you, what can be as real as what your eye sees? Tell me.
It doesn't get realer than
It
that.
doesn't get realer than that.
Not to digress.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like that on social media.
Yes.
Not to digress. You see people like, I don't want to get married though. There's so many bad marriages outside. Then you see all these gender wars. Like, I hate men. Then you come to the comment section, you see many of these people, they've not experienced.
They've not a good relationship.
They've no, it's not even that. They've not even experienced these bad things that they are reading
They are reading
online.
online. Okay.
But you will see them. They will accept that fear. They'll be like, I don't want to get married though. Or when they now get into a relationship, instead of them to be themselves and enjoy that relationship for what it is, they will project whatever it is they've seen online. That fear that I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to fall my hand. I want to be savage. I want to show that I'm sharper. I want to.
Exactly. And then you with your own hands and this belief,
You will
you
now
destroy
spoil.
that relationship. Then you will leave it, and by spoiling it, it
You
becomes a confirmation
mention
to
that
your
yes,
belief.
that I. After all, they've said it already on social media.
Yes, it becomes a confirmation of your belief. Meanwhile, this is what you're focusing on. You leave what you focus on.
You have surrounded yourself with people's trauma, and then you are believing it to be true.
True.
You've not even
You've
experienced
not
it.
experienced it.
You are not living like you've experienced it, and that is what Amaka is going through.
You're
It's
going
not
through.
feeling like she's a, but good for her that she's able to draw out the difference. Some people don't know the difference.
Mm.
Shebi it happened to my brother. Shebi it happened to my sister. It becomes them.
Yeah, them.
It hasn't happened to you. They'll be like, make I wait, make it happen to me.
Mm.
Make I wait, make it happen to me.
I get you.
So they have this mindset. So how can we? What else do you want to say to Amaka?
Mm, I would say, let me share this one more insight, and that is, Amaka, you're not the healer. You're not the healer. You're not the healer. And just like you have boundaries, social boundaries, physical boundaries, we also have spiritual boundaries. right? You must understand what role you're playing. You can love a person without abandoning yourself. You can walk a journey with somebody without carrying their cross. A person's cross is not yours to carry. Jesus already carried the cross for us all.
Everybody.
By trying to carry the cross of your brother, pride may set in.
Frustration.
Frustration, of course, frustration sets in. I believe it's pride when you're trying to say I can help this person, when at the end of the day it's all God. And certain experience, Tamara, we must come to understand that things happen for certain reasons, right? Tom is going through life. He has to have his own experience.
It's just 24.
He's just 24. He have to have, it's important for him to have his own experience. The best you can do for him is to give him presence, not judge him, not condemn him, not push him away. Just be there. And if the best you can do is be there and give him the words of love. But trying to carry his cross and make it yours, no, you're not the healer. You are not the healer.
I think the fears that he projects to her,
Yeah.
she's starting to believe it. That is where she's having a problem.
She's starting to believe it because she doesn't have enough of the word in her. It's that simple. She doesn't have enough. In the book of John chapter 1, it says the light went through the dark and the dark could not comprehend it. So if you are going to be the one standing there for your brother, you really do care. And yes, you have the right to deeply care. If you want to really care and you really love your brother, then let the love be the light. You should not allow the darkness overshadow that light.
Yes.
And by trying to say, I want to help him by all means, I am the one that would help him.
It's where, yeah, she's
That
right.
is where you are wrong. That is where pride sets in, that will become an open way or a gateway for frustration, for pain, and then your light dims by all of this negative feeling that you are now feeling. And before you know, you begin to see the world like, Tom, you must be able to surrender to say, God, I leave this boy in your hands. But be there.
Be there.
Be there.
At the risk of sounding like our parents, but I'm going to do it.
Mm.
Pray for him. At the end of the day, you keep praying for
Let me
him.
bust your head.
Bust it.
Let me bust your head.
Bust
I'm a coach, yeah.
it.
We get clients. The truth is, the best you can do for clients who struggle with them is to believe enough that they have the light somewhere in them that will shine so bright to overpower the darkness that they are experiencing. That is the only thing that brings result. Not how skilled you are with coaching, not how good you are with your questions. And then for me, to be very honest, sometimes I go extra miles to praying, because at the end of the day, I realize that it's not by how good my questions are, it's not by how much I study. At the end of the day, I believe in God to help them. Moses was so filled with anointing, so filled with anointing, but yet every time he needed to make a decision, where did he go to? Go and meet God. Because at the end of the day, it is not your journey. You are just there as a representative, but he volunteered to be the light to be used. You get? So Amaka too, it is a beautiful thing to really stand there for your brother, to love him, but you can love your brother
And still be yourself.
and not abandon self.
Yes.
And not carry the cross of him. Jesus has already done that. Do not let the darkness that is currently there in your brother overtake yours.
So, in essence, what you're saying is whatever darkness that has overshadowed him,
Yes.
that is making him fearful, that has made him, hide.
And reserved.
Yes,
Yeah.
let your own light shine
Shine
so bright
bright.
to brighten up his own life, not as healing. Let love,
Let love.
light, that love
Love.
become a light,
Light.
and let that light shine.
Shine. And one of the things in that love is patience.
Yes,
Patience.
be patient with him.
Patient with
Be
him.
present
Be
with him.
present, Tamara.
Not
Yes.
be stubborn. Not that if you say go and do, it's not
No
stubbornness.
matter the therapy he takes, if it's not the time, it's
It's
not,
not
the
the time.
time. And that's actually the last insight I have. There's a time for everything. Even healing has time. Right? Even healing has time. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 to 8. It says there's time for everything. There's a season for everything under the heaven, a time to every purpose. So there's a time to be broken. There's a time for your brother to heal. Right? If he's in that phase where he needs to be broken, trust me, there are lessons that he will take
You will need to
when
learn.
he heals. Tamara, tell them how you heal.
Oh, I've moved on from it.
So it's it. And then there's something I used to remember of
What's
my
that?
late father. You see this thing that Tom is doing, that is keeping quiet and forming silence. You see, spiritually, silence can be sacred, born from wisdom, but at the same time can be a way to protect yourself.
Mm.
I remember Daddy would tell me, my late father, he would tell me growing up, he would say, Moses, you're too quiet. It's two things. You are either wise, a very wise person, you observe people to give your own 2 cents, or you are foolish. You don't know what to say, even after listening to everybody. He said, which is it? Then I will go quiet again. I will go silent again. Until one day, he realized this boy, he has sense.
You get it.
He gets sense. But it made me realize that indeed, there's foolishness in the voice of fear. There's foolishness in the voice of trauma. And then when the foolishness, what does this foolishness do? It blinds you to see the wisdom of love. So although you must have had an event that create an internal experience that is giving you this fear and shame within self or guilt, whatever it might be for you, and then has caused an effect that is affecting your everyday life, trust me, all it is just doing, Tamara, is just blinding him to see the wisdom of the love that is saying, you might have gone through love that, but all that you are going through, I have gone it, I have done it and went through it for your sake.
This
And you can be free.
Is reminding me of Daddy. It's reminding me of my dad. He carried his family on his head. When I say he carried his family on, like, see, I'm not saying this figuratively. Literally, he put his family matter on his head. From when he was just a wee boy.
A young boy.
Yeah. So at some point when we the children got older, and then we realized that, see, that these people, they're just using you. They are using your head. They are wicked. They hate you.
They don't love you.
They don't love you. It's very clear how much they hate you. I don't want to start, telling family drama outside, but we told him that, and he will not say anything. He will still carry the same family matter because of them. He will go to Ekoma. He will come back. If they call him that, so has happened. Piam, he don't go. He was very responsible for his extended family. He never neglected his immediate family. No. Then one day, while we were talking, and there's nothing he does for his extended family that he never related to us. Wow. The immediate family.
Yes.
Nothing. Then one day, When we were talking again, we were arguing. He said, that is okay. Stop doing this is for these people. They don't love you. The hate is palpable. He laughed. I said, Daddy, why are you laughing? He said, you think I don't know, say they hate me. I know. He said, but I will not stop being me.
That's who I am.
This is who I
I
am. Ah.
The light remains regardless. Beautiful.
He said, I will not stop being who I am. This is the life. This is who I am. I can correct my mistakes through you, my children. But I can't stop showing them love because that is exactly who I am. He never stopped being who he was until he died. Just remembering it is bringing tears to my eyes. So thinking about it, thinking about it, yes, people's trauma, people can affect you in different ways. Or at the end of the day, don't stop being who you are. We are not in a competition of savagery. You're not in a competition of who love most. You're not in a competition generally. Just be who you are.
Just be yourself.
Be yourself and let love lead. Let love shine. Let love radiate. And I think everybody will be at peace. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You know that you were true to yourself.
Yes.
You understand?
Definitely.
You're true to yourself. So Amaka, if you're hearing this, I pray God helps you. I pray you help, that God gives you, the wisdom to do the right thing, to read the wisdom to let love lead.
Let's not forget that we have people like Tom too.
Yes. But we are not helping Tom today. We are helping Amaka. When Tom comes with a story, we will know what to do for Tom.
How about people who are listening and wanting to hear what Tom?
They should enter the DM. They will enter our
drop
DM.
your story.
Just drop your story. If you are Tom and you want us to talk about your own story, hit us, drop a comment, send an email, reach out to us on TikTok, on all our social media handles, and we'll get back to you. We are here for you. So until then, Coach Moses, good job now.
Yeah, good job. And for the week, if you I feel for Amaka. But anyway, for the week, one action step you could take if you're anybody like Amaka, or you have someone that that is like Tom in your life that you're trying to nurture to, and you're extending that help, just simply ask yourself, is this burden mine? Is this pain mine? Is this feeling mine? And if it's not yours, don't feel bad or guilty about dropping it. Let it go. It is not yours. You're not the healer. And if you have someone like Tom who is silent and keeps giving you this reserved energy, right? Like I mentioned, it is sacred. It can be sacred, but also it can be a protective mechanism to avoid thinking or processing that feeling, right? You just want them to walk through the phases of love, discovery, awareness, and acceptance. And trust me, they'll become alive again. That's all you need to.
Drop it.
That's all you
Drop
need to.
it. So with this, having said this,
Yeah.
I hope you are able to do it as he has said it. So until then, until next week, we'll be with you.
Please don't
one more
forget to
time.
you should not forget to hit our subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Support us.
So if you want to keep seeing me on your screen,
If you want to keep getting insights like this,
yes, and if you want an opportunity to share your own story and you want your story to be heard,
if you want to vent, you have a story to share, if there's something you're struggling within yourself, please reach us to us on all social media platforms.
But before you can share, you have to subscribe. Then share.
Very important.
Anyway, we'll be expecting to hear from you. We love you so much. Thank you so much.
You.
Bye.
Good job.